morning, everyone. Welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I am Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn and make beautiful things out of fabric. We are joined today by our two co-stars, Drusilla and Hugo. I still do it all the time.
Yep.
Anyway, Drusilla and Hugo are here. They are having their treats. So
I just finished typing an email where I mentioned his name. I'm like, still can't do it. Not even typing can I get through it. So
one of my favorite things that Helen gave me for my birthday, and I carry it with me always, is my spike stone.
I got those from a shop on Etsy. I will put the link down below just because she does a great job. And we each got one with Spike, and we got my mom and my brother ones with their dog's name on them for Christmas. So,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful thing to have
It's
in your
the
pocket.
perfect size because it fits in your palm, and it's a worry stone.
I
just
rub it constantly. I just put my hand in my pocket and I get my Spike.
Yep.
So
a little bit of him with us.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that degraded quickly.
so we have a couple things to talk to you about. It is Monday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yes.
Hope you guys are spending time with your loved ones. So yeah. Okay. All right. What shall we start with? Shall we start with Tidewater?
Sure.
Okay. Our first show of the year is going to be
It's rapidly approaching.
very quickly. The Tidewater Knitting Guild of Virginia is having a show.
They're having a retreat in Kitty Hawk.
In Kitty Hawk, North Carolina,
And there's a marketplace that goes with it.
on Saturday.
Right.
That we are going to be a part of. We are not part of the retreat. We are only there for the marketplace. But one of us will be there working. The other probably will be with Hugo because he's still very young and we do not trust him alone.
In a strange person's home.
Right. So, anyway. So we will...
Sorry. That is March 13th, by the way.
Oh my goodness. I do know that they have a they're following restrictions for COVID and everything like that, and you will have to wear a mask in the marketplace.
Right. I think the hotel itself is you can or cannot, but within the marketplace you will have to wear a mask. And yeah, so we will be there from 1 to 5 on Saturday, March 13th.
Yeah.
So we're very excited. We get to drive down to Kitty Hawk. Hugo gets to go on his maiden voyage.
Right.
It's all a test for, the big one in May. When 2 of us must be at the fairgrounds. There will be nobody home with Hugo. So
We will face that when we come to
yeah.
it. However, for this one, we are staying about 5 minutes away from the retreat area or the hotel with the retreat. So in and out, we can get. If you come to see us and you would like to see both of us, we can make sure the other person gets there very quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, depending on the weather, we may actually just stay around the area, like in the hotel and walk around kind of thing. We'll see.
Yeah.
Everything will be.
We're just wrapping
flexible.
our minds. Yeah, we're just wrapping our minds around the fact that we have a show coming up.
And we have maybe
In
10
less than
skeins
a
of
month.
yarn.
And we have a lot to get done before that. So, but we wanted to let you know, so if there's anybody in that area that would like to come and visit us, we will be there.
Yeah, we should say the marketplace is open to the public.
Yes.
It is not just for retreat members. They are opening it up to the public, and I will put a link down to the Facebook group for the Knitting Guild so that you can see the information about that.
Okay. Let's talk yarn, shall we?
Okay.
All right. The first Mystery Sock Club went out, and we got so many comments. Thank you so much.
Right, and it was our mystery sock sets this year are all based around Agatha Christie novels. So the first one was January, and it's a mystery as to what the novel will be and obviously what the color will be. So if for some reason you have not opened or gotten yours yet, but avert your gaze, and because we're about to show you what
Okay.
January's was.
So the first one we did was Murder on the Orient Express. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to try and get the opulence and the just overall luxury of being a first class traveler on the Orient Express. So we did this. And it's all purples and greens and pinks. And then we did a bright yellow mini for your heels, toes, and cuffs. So that is Murder on the Orient Express. We also gave you a map of the path that the Orient Express took and a seating, or actually a compartment map of where people were if you were reading the book. It tells you where everybody was in the train, and Helen and I are listening to it.
Right.
So we're doing an audible and listening to it as we're working, and it's really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love Agatha Christie. So there you go. Oh, there also was a ticket so that you could use that as a bookmark.
Right. So this month's, if you would like to join for February, the listing is now open. And for those of you who joined in January, your invoices will be coming over today and tomorrow to pay for February.
Right. So just look for that, and all you have to do is press the button that says complete this purchase, and it goes through.
Right. So you don't have to go in and buy again, because that'll just kind of make you now give you 2 subscriptions.
Right.
So just if you bought in January, just wait for the email and that'll come.
Right.
So.
And if you didn't and you want to join us, please do.
Yeah.
As Helen says, the listing is open now. Okay. Okay. All right. So, shall we talk works in progress?
Yeah, we'll do finished.
Okay. So first things first. I have a finished object.
Do you want the blockers?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Look, I finished my DK socks. These are done out of L'Hiver, which was one of our Meet Me in Paris yarns. So I did a 2x2 rib for the ribbing. Then I went over to a 3x1 rib all the way down. I did these 2 at a time. I did the eye of partridge heel. And I did these 2 at a time on the round needle too. I was really very proud of myself. And then my foot. I just did straight stockinette stitch on the foot all the way down. And then I did the toe that was part of the Meet Cute socks from Helen Stewart.
Okay.
I also did, I did 48 stitches based on her calculations for a medium-sized sock. I've tried these on, and I can get them over the heel and everything, so I'm good. So I'm all set to go.
And today is the perfect day to wear them,
I
because
believe so.
it is very chilly outside.
Right. So I finished them just in time, but oh my goodness, look at this.
The
Aren't
color is just gorgeous.
they gorgeous? It's just, love this color. I also really enjoyed knitting DK socks. This may be my sock of choice. All right, so that is my finished object.
Okay.
All right, what would you like to start with? How many things do you have?
I just have 2 things to show.
Okay.
I'll start with my cross stitch. I have not been knitting all month, because I keep track. Because I have a pinched nerve in my shoulder that is still, we'll say it's active. So I have been doing other crafts, one of which is cross stitch. And this is my banjo playing possum. And this is how far I've come. I'm starting the possum. You can see his snout right here. And this here is the handle of his banjo.
I'm going to pull this forward so you can see a little bit better. Those flowers and butterflies
It's so pretty.
are so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just love how this is all coming out, because she, her sample was done on a black cloth. And I don't like stitching on black.
We don't do black.
Right. So I really love how it's coming out on
I love it on this
this
golden
mustardy.
rod. Yeah. Oh my God, it is so beautiful.
So that is one thing I have been doing.
You're gonna get me back in the cross stitch.
Well, we have the badger, his companion.
We do. Nope, not yet. However, Helen has been having such a good time doing her mandolin, her EPP, English paper piecing, that I've been watching her do it, and it's slowly but surely been eating at me. It's like, do I want to do this? Is this something I want to start spending time on again? Okay, so the dogs were playing and getting a little rambunctious, so they have now been moved to a different part of the building. Anyhow,
They've been eliminated from the equation.
we've taken them out. So what we wanted to do, I was saying I've been watching Helen, and I do have some EPP projects going, but they're just, I might try this and I might try that and that kind of thing. And I'm not following directions. I'm not following a specific idea that says you're going to start with this pattern and go from here to here to here. So I thought, I want to try something like that. We all know I'm really, really good at following directions and staying absolutely true to a pattern. Okay, try harder not to laugh. I decided to start the Tula Pink Sunrise.
Because it will shock you to know that we had some on hand for her.
This is the Tula Sunrise. That is what the pattern looks like. Those little sunbursts are what you make. You make 16 of them. Okay.
And then everything is hand pieced.
Yes.
So you hand piece the border afterwards and everything.
This is what I'm starting with. Okay. It comes with 70 billion different paper pieces. So part of what I did was, because it came with 70 billion paper pieces in a plastic bag all together like this. And what I did was I took them, got them all organized, and put them into envelopes so that everybody's in his proper place. So when I need something, I can go in and get it. I am going to do this in Tula Pink Curiouser and Curiouser fabric. And I started my first sunrise, or my first sunburst. And this is what I did so far. So I started with the Red Queen.
So cool.
And then I am doing the Curiouser for the big pieces in the middle. And then I'm using her True Colors, her minerals, stripes, polka dots for going around the outside. So that's where I have gotten so far. I have basted all the pieces to go around. So I have 12 of the pink triangles and 12 of the blue triangles. I've basted all of them. I started this yesterday afternoon and I got this far on it. So I just have to do the other.
It's not going to take very long.
No.
I mean, it's not going to, because, I mean, this piece is so big.
But that's part of, I was just about to say, part of what's really nice about this is I'm dealing with rather large pieces for the most part. There are some that are about the size of the top joint of my pinky. So not all of them are this big. But for the sunburst, I'm dealing with larger pieces, so that it's really.
Oh God, this is gonna be so stunning.
It is. I'm really excited about this. I love this. So that's where I am so far, and I am going to try and keep track of this on Patreon, and I'm trying to get one of these done a week. So I'm hoping to have a Stitch With Me video. We're hoping to do a Stitch With Me video over on Patreon where you can sit and we'll be stitching and chatting. So there, that's what I've been doing. Really, really, I had such a good time doing this. I love looking at the main piece and then picking out what the colors are going to be the outside pieces.
I gotta tell you, I'm so torn. I so want to do it. However, I love my mandolin. I'm working on the mandolin quilt, which is also a paper piecing quilt. And I have to say that with the pinched nerve and everything, I'm not missing knitting at all. Usually it's just like, I really want to knit, but I can't. Right. And now it's like, I'm not missing knitting at all. I'm really loving.
You've got your cross stitch, you've got your hand stitching.
Right.
So that it's just, you've got something that fills the itch.
Right. So this was the first block that I did for my mandolin that I showed you guys already. And I am 1.5 pieces done
away
I'm
from
being
being
done
finished on this
my
one.
second block. So this is the second block.
Oh my god.
Look at the little rabbits. I'm using right now the Garden Party fabric from Anita Jarem. The illustrator is Anita Jarem. And then these are Tulip Pink's True Colors. This is from another fabric line, but the main focus is the Anita Jarem. And what I am doing right now, oh my god, look at this.
It's so gorgeous.
So I have to pick my next ones and base them for my third. I'm doing the bigger version, which is 20 of these. So I think what I'm going to do, because we have several different Anita Jarem lines, so the coloring is all similar. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 from each line.
Okay.
Not positive yet, but I'm going to do at least 5 in the Garden Party.
Okay.
And then I'll make my decision as to whether I'm going to continue with the Garden Party.
Because
or
I'm
move
just
on
trying to
the
think.
something.
We have the having a ball, we have the leapfrog.
We have the Just What I Wanted, and we have the Valentine's Day one. So I have 5 to choose from.
Okay.
I mean, the having a ball and the Garden Party, I can definitely come up with 5.
Oh, yeah.
5 blocks.
And the
And the Leapfrog, I can come up with 5.
yeah.
And the Valentine's, it's just whether do I do Valentine's or do I do Christmas or do I do a company. We shall see. I'm doing 5 at the Garden Party first.
Okay.
So
Oh my god, they're gorgeous. These are going to be quilts that we have to keep out in the general area
oh yeah.
because
Also, I don't think they're going to be quilts that we want like on beds that are constantly being. I mean, this is hand stitching. So
yeah. Oh my.
I
Aren't they
adore them.
gorgeous? They're beautiful.
And I am just having so much fun just putting them together.
Right.
And this one, I mean, this is about a week's worth of work.
I love that you're going along and you're stitching and you put the next piece on, and then you unfold it and it's like, oh my god, I did that.
Right, exactly. look how big it got.
That's so cool.
So
Ah.
that is my mandolin.
Oh my god, I love this. This is so pretty.
So on this one, I use the toss
The smaller animals.
for the smaller animals, and then this one I used. It's called the vine, the strawberry vine. And it, from a glance, the fabric looks just like a strawberry vine, but then when you get up close, you see all the different animals on the vine, and that's what I used.
They are awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So really very excited about this, which is why I did not jump in on the sunrise, because I knew that if I jumped in on the sunrise quilt, this would go back on the back burner, and I'm really making progress on this
Right.
and enjoying it. So keep going with the mandolin.
Yes.
Because then I look at yours and I look at mine. I'm like, but I love mine.
Oh, I love yours too, which is why it can't go onto your bed. It's got to be out where we all can share it.
So
It's beautiful. It
yeah.
really is. I love it. All right. So a friend of ours was talking about whether we were going to be doing the 100-day project. And we said no.
we laughed at her.
Yes. We do not do well with that kind of thing. We start off strong. You might remember a certain cross-stitch temperature bookcase last year.
Stitch Mania.
Yeah.
We've done the 100-day project at least twice.
What
Okay.
was the second one?
We have started the 100-day project. There was one where we were doing the
Tula
100
blocks.
the Tula blocks, and then there was another one where we were journal stuff.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
We didn't
I
get
can't
far
even
on any of them.
remember
Yeah.
it. That's how bad it was. So we said, no, we are not going to do that. We're very, very bad at that. And
But
then,
we were talking about the sunrise with her, and she was saying that maybe Mary Beth could use the English paper piecing as her 100 days because she gets a little bit of stitching each day.
right.
And then that's why, maybe I'll do that. And then when we were on our walk yesterday, I'm like, you know what we should really do is we should pick up that damn Mad Hatter quilt and
So-
start doing that.
You guys may have remembered from last year where
Where we had a whole bunch of you buy this.
A whole bunch of you bought this, and we're like, oh, let's do this together. This is going to be fun. And then, life took over, and we started doing shows again, and life got crazy, and we just haven't even... I did the first day of cutting, and that was it. I did not pick it up in 6 months. So
it was a little daunting opening it up to begin with, and seeing how much cutting
how much there was
had to be done. Because when I start something like this, I want to be sewing. Mm-hmm. I want to, and if I can't, then I kind of think, oh well.
Okay, so when you start with, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of just cutting
instructions. You have how many fabrics? You go A
26, 52, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 64 different fabrics.
So there's 64 different fabrics you have to cut. Some of them you have to cut like 20 different pieces from it. I mean, I was doing 1 by 1.5 inch squares yesterday.
Yep. That's fun. That's really fun. At least that's just binding.
Yeah, I didn't do that one.
Yeah.
I didn't cut the binding yet. I figured, let me put the thing together first.
All right. Anyway, so what we thought we'd do is we're going to spend a little bit of time on this. We're going to try for a half hour every day. If it doesn't work that we get a full half hour, it's okay. We're just going to try and get a little bit of time in on this every day. And hopefully we're going to be able to show you some progress, like real progress on it.
And for the 100-day project, what I am calling it is I have to work on my languishing quilts, because I have the Mad Hatter and I have several quilt tops that need to be quilted and put together. I have a English paper piecing, the Rosemary quilt, where I've got all the English paper piecing done. I have to do the applique part of it and then sew the pieces together, so that because this will happen, when I get bored with this, I can do something else and still keep within the 100-day challenge. But for right now, the focus is going to be, at the very least, getting the cutting done.
Right. So if you have not started this and you want to join us on this 100-day quest, let's see how far we can keep each other going.
Right. I'm putting up videos. I'm going to try and get them up every day of us, what we're doing.
Helen did her video yesterday. I didn't even do that.
Well, you did get cutting done. So
I got cutting done. Yeah. So it's just, once you get all the pieces done, then putting it together, I think, is relatively simple.
Yeah.
It's just, you have to cut everything, so that's the biggest thing. So that's what we're doing.
And keep track of all the pieces you cut.
Right.
Because if you watched my video last night, yesterday, I am clipping a label onto all of the pieces, because each piece has a different identification, so that when I go in, because there are some, like, you're cutting from the fabric, you're cutting some that are like 1.5 inch by 2 inch rectangles.
Out of this one, I have 1 inch squares and 1.25 inch squares and 1.5 inch squares. So the difference between 1, 1.25, and 1.5 is very, very small.
And you can figure it out, but you don't want to take the time when you actually get to the point of piecing, where you have to get out take the pieces to the mat and figure out which ones are which. So if you label them as you do it, it's so much easier. Baby's looking ahead and starting to hyperventilate.
Okay, so
it's doable. It's just, I think what you have to do approaching something like this is realize that this is not going to be a weekend project.
Right.
And that you are going to do it in small stages.
So what I was going to say is, as I'm reading, I'm filling in reading challenges, which doesn't seem to have anything to do with this. But one of the prompts is read something that you are intimidated by. This is make something that I am intimidated by, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to take it a step at a time, because I love this quilt and I want this quilt. So it's just going to be a matter of slowly but surely taking the time and doing it.
And not getting defeated by it, because it is, like everything, one step at a time.
It is daunting, though.
Yeah.
However, so if you have not started it yet and you want to join us on this, come.
Yeah,
Join
it just
along.
started yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Maybe what we do is we do something where in Crafting with the Toads,
okay.
where we set up something where it's show your progress on your Alice quilt.
Okay.
So if you are not a member of our Facebook group, Crafting with the Toads, Helen will have the link down below, but it's just come join us. You have to answer a couple of questions to make sure you're not a robot, and then you can come join us. And it's not just knitting or sewing. It can be any kind of crafting. People are putting up stuff that's absolutely beautiful that will just make you want to start whatever
Oh
they're
my God,
doing.
somebody put up her Valentine's cross stitch this morning. That's just, oh my God.
All right. Okay. 100-day project. All right. I am looking at, I made quick notes. Okay, so we have one more thing that we wanted to talk to you about. We got in touch, or somebody got in touch with us from a company called Molly Ollie, and they wanted to send us an organizing caddy that we could review for you online on the podcast. And we said that we really wanted to help support small women or small businesses owned by women, and that we were excited about them, that what we would really like to do is just go ahead and purchase 2 of them, and then we could give our unbiased opinion.
Right.
So would you like to show yours, because yours
Sure.
is not put together yet?
So this is how it comes. And
It is made of felt.
so take it, unfold it. You have this pocket here. This would be a good English paper piecing pouch.
It is, because you've got in this pouch here,
Got elastics for like scissors
Pens.
or pens.
glue pens.
Right,
You've got
whatever.
little pockets over here, and then a bigger pocket in the middle.
You have side pockets.
There's 3
Sturdy.
along each side.
And this is sturdy felt.
Yeah, this is really reinforced felt.
Yeah. So on either side you've got that, and then on this side you have more, or one big.
Patterns, that kind of thing. Like
You're carrying it with you. You throw your phone and
nope, that won't fit. Never mind.
keys in there, and then it has an insert.
That has Velcro. It's one big open thing in the bottom or inside, but then this insert goes in. And it attaches on 3 sides.
So you get 3 different.
So you get 3 pockets.
Maybe it's going to show you. Hers is together.
Okay. And actually, this can come off if you want. So this can come off if you want to take that off and just have one thing going across the middle. All right, I put mine together. I am using mine for my journals. All right, so here you can see I have pens on this side. On this side, I have my ruler and a pair of scissors in, the front pocket. I have paper clip or clips that are bookmark clips in my 3 spots. In one I have, okay, let me get this up for, okay, so markers. This is colored pencils. These are markers, all different markers and stuff. This is my weekly calendar book, my Nick's notes, and some random paper pieces that I am using for my Hugo journal. I have, this is sturdy enough that I can have my 2 journals in the back that I am doing. I have my Robin Hood journal that sister number 3 gave me that I'm using for my daily journal and my, see, this is my habit tracker from January where I did my sleep and my steps. But I also have all different things for reading. This is one that I just added where I'm reading around the continents. So as I read a book, I mark off which continent it's on. I made Russia a separate one because I seem to be reading Russian folklore a lot. And then I have February a month, February's days, book reviews. Oh, here's my sleep tracker and my step tracker for February. And then I have, I'm just putting in quick book reviews as I read them. So I have this. That's one of my journals. That's what I do every day. This is what I had started with when I was doing the beginning journal before Amanda gave me that one. So this was the Wizard of Oz that I was redoing. And I have been adding pictures of the Hugonator into it and little notes about him so that, and what I am doing is I am using those pages, the papers that I showed you, to cover up the actual pages of the book. I'm just covering that up with scraps of paper and bits of paper, and then I'm putting pictures of him. So this is kind of like his baby journal. You know, how much he weighed when he went to the vet, that kind of thing. And as I take pictures of him, I print them out on our little sprocket and put them in here. So all of this goes in here, sturdy handles. You can carry this with you wherever you want to go.
Right.
So if you want to go from room to room, say you're not working at the kitchen table, you're working on the dining room table, everything's in there. You can just take it with you and go. It makes life very easy. So 2 thumbs up from us.
4 thumbs up.
4 thumbs up. Okay. We really like them a lot. I've been using it for about a week and a half now, and I really, really like it very, very much. So Molly Ollie, go find them because they have gray and the teal. They may have a pink, I'm not sure. But this was the one that was available.
Yeah.
So that's what we got. Okay, so I think that is about it.
I think so.
Yeah. We hope you guys have a great rest of the week.
Go forth and create.
And we will see you on Friday.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.